Hello, Monica Sanchez here with Network and Action Central Washington. And today we are here with Miss Deann Welch. She is a new member with us for Network and Action in Yakima. So Deann, welcome. And love to know a little bit more about you. Tell us how, tell us a little bit about you. Sorry.
Well, thank you, Monica. I am actually born and raised in Yakima. Went to West Valley and West Valley High School, and then did a little, moved away for a couple of years, but moved back and everything because family is here. And I took, some bookkeeping classes in a little tech school that was over in the Seattle side. And so I started into bookkeeping that way. So I've been at it for a good 40 years now and everything. Raised a son here and a family. Now I got 2 grandchildren and they're just wonderful. They're a handful. And so just loving life and love what I do.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. And so you said you went to a tech school, and so you do bookkeeping.
Yes.
And what does that entail? I mean, because bookkeeping can be very broad, right? So
Yes. Yes.
How can you help somebody with that?
I can help somebody like somebody who does not know where to start, like they want to start a business or they've started their business and don't know how to keep track of things. And so I can help them set up with an AR system and an accounts payable system. They want to start doing payroll, I can help them set up with that and give them and show them where they can apply so they can get their right rates, the correct rates, everything. I can put together financials for companies so they can give them to their CPAs or whoever needs them. I mean, sometimes they need them for a loan or something else.
Sure.
I can do sales tax reporting and sales and B&O tax reporting really goes hand in hand. And then I can do quarterly reports for people for payroll and everything, and W-2s, W-3s, kind of the year-end stuff, that point and everything.
Okay.
All over.
Okay. So you do everything up ahead of time before the tax person, and then if they have a tax person, then they can take that information and then they roll it over, or they give that to the
yes, correct. And I know I can work with the CPAs too, because sometimes CPAs will ask a question, they're like, oh, where would I find this? And I can point them or give it to them, and they can give it to their CPA though too, because lingo is kind of different for some people.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a whole different world, and that's why we hire out our weaknesses, right? Just like, I mean, I do that the same thing because I'm not an expert in your field, and so therefore I want to go to the expert. And I really like the fact that you talk about helping people from the beginning, from getting their getting set up properly. I feel is a big step towards success when you're in business. And so tell us a little bit. I know you mentioned a story to me, and so I kind of wanted to talk about that, about somebody who maybe they didn't have that in the beginning, because there's oftentimes people will start a business out of a passion, and little do they know, a few years down the line, they're like, I haven't done my taxes yet, and I don't even know where to begin because I didn't set myself up properly and I didn't have a bookkeeper in the beginning. So how can you help somebody like that?
Well, and there was this one client, and we've had more than one, but this one just had everything in boxes, their invoices, their accounts payable stuff, everything in a box. And they brought it in and they're like, I need to do a P&L. I need to know where I'm at and all that. And I'm like, okay. So what we do is we go in and we put everything by month and by what type and everything. And then I set up a system. So either I can do QuickBooks online, QuickBooks desktop, and I'm now learning Xero. So that's a new one to bring into the fold. And so I'll offer whatever service that would fit that client.
Sure.
And everything. And so, and we'll set everything up and put everything in and give them this report and let them know how they can keep moving along. they can use my services every month or every 3 months, or I can train people too, because I don't want people to think they need to pay me all this money to keep going. I want them to know I am here for them, and they just pay me for what they need me for. And that's why I want to help small businesses, because most small businesses can't afford $500, $600, $700 a month from an accounting firm.
Right.
I think I'm reasonable in my prices. And if somebody wants to talk to me about that, it's great. And let them know. I do usually like a first 1 hour consult free to see if we're a fit too, because some people don't fit, or some people don't want the service right away. So at least they have my name, and when they're ready, they're ready.
Yeah, and that's great. I really feel like a lot of people aren't sure where they want to go, and I appreciate that you are willing to do not only QuickBooks, because QuickBooks just in itself, the software can be very expensive for business owners, and especially in the beginning, you're kind of maybe on a shoestring budget, and so you're trying to really maximize the amount of money that you have for what the services you're getting, and so I'm glad that you're offering Xero as well as an option, because I know that's a little bit of a less expense, but some places, because I've checked around, and they are like, nope, we only use QuickBooks, and so it limits business owners, and it costs more than what they may be able to afford. So
it does, and it's the QuickBooks is really pushing for this online, that you got to be online, and that's why I still do desktop, but they're really making that expensive.
Yeah.
And so finding an alternative, Xero to be one of them, and hopefully there's another alternative out there that's comparable and everything. And I want to expand the horizons of everybody else. Know that QuickBooks is not the go all be all, but for some people it does work.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. So, well, thank you so much for the conversation. How can we reach you?
You can either reach me by phone at 509-961-4510, or you can reach me through email. It's deannlw@outlook.com. You can text me at my phone too. Just say, hey, this is, and let me know who you are. Let me know what your concerns are, and then we can set up a meeting.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.